Hello everyone and welcome for today's session on Stockpile Your Prospects by using these 3 PropertyGuru features. Hope everyone's healthy and safe. My name is Kuga, your trainer today. There's a chat box so you can prompt if you have any questions or simply saying hello, go for it. And I will look at your questions if you have and will answer them in between trainings for the end of the session. So let's begin. So our agenda today is basically utilizing and look for opportunities on wanted leads and then serve as an advisor and spruce up your agent profile. So this is the 3, I would say, 3 things that you should be looking at, especially during this moment, to kind of like making sure that your profile looks very much on top of the profession. So the first thing that we're going to speak about is wanted leads. So wanted leads is available to paid agents, allows you to view all enquiries posted by PropertyGuru users who are looking for specific property or agents are looking to co-broke opportunities. So under wanted leads, you're able to view enquiries sort of specific the property under sale or rent and filter by the location of property type. So I'm going to show you next how it looks like. So in your agent net, so once you log into your agent net, key in your password. So under more, you're able to see a tab there called wanted leads, right? So you have your home, listing, my booking, messages, reports, and so on. So you have wanted leads there. So remember, wanted leads is available to only paid agents. So upon clicking that, right, you able to see all the inquiries here. So for example, we have sale, and then some rent, and then you can actually drop down to whether it's sale or rent only. And then for example, I'm going to look at the first one, family friend resident, Georgetown, Penang. So it's apartment, price maximum is 400. And then you're able to see the one in red color. Can you see the words agents there? So agents means this is an inquiry posted by agent potentially looking to co-broke. So for example, if this agent saying that, hey, I have a piece of land I'm trying to sell for 2 months now. If any of your property seeker that are looking for land in this area, let's link up, let's co-broke and things. So you can actually contact them and then you can actually co-broke with the person. So this is how it looks like. So you just see the ones are red in color. It means they are looking to co-broke. So to reply an inquiry, I just click on one of those. Usually most of them do provide their handphone number or their email addresses. So they will say whether looking to buy or looking to sell, this is my budget, the area, and then posted, hey, we have a buyer looking for land for 500,000, location varies as long as 1 hour drive from Klang to Shang. Non-boomy lots are not suitable for the buyer. So let's assume coincidentally that you have a boomy lot. You can actually contact this person and then get in touch with them. So usually in this case where they have phone numbers, right, you will just pick up your phone and call them and so on. In the event if they don't provide phone number or email addresses, you can actually reply to their inquiry. The moment you reply to inquiry, it goes personally to their inbox kind of thing. So basically like SMSing them, right? So it is very private. So one-to-one, nobody else can see your reply. So you're able to see if there's any inquiry. So these are the inquiries by yourself. Okay. So if you want to post an inquiry, you can do that by clicking post an inquiry. So they'll have a sub tab there for your inquiries. You're able to see all the inquiry that you have actually posted, right? And then once you click post new inquiry, so you need a title, of course your name, and then the property type, state, and then the rest of the box that you need to fill so that someone can actually contact you to co-broke with you. So you're able to see that. And then obviously you have your replies tab as well, where you can look at it for your replies. So these are the inquiries that you already posted to a response. So again, let me repeat. So in AgentNet, right, if you see more, you're able to see wanted list. I'm surprised that during my trainings before this MCO, right? So during our in-house trainings, a lot of agents, even though they've been with PropertyGuru quite long, they tend to forget about wanted lists as they go because they get busy and things like that. So it's good, especially now, right, that you're not able to go out and look for listing and things like that. So it's good to reconnect through eConnects, right? So please remember it's only for the paid agents, right? So actually I just mentioned this. A quick question. So wanted list is available for who? Is it for everyone? That means everyone can reply and things like that, or I give you 10 seconds for this to answer in the chat box. Okay, yes. So wanted leads is available for paid agents. So you're able to co-broke, and I know opportunity for you to actually get to know more brokers, or try to actually find more listing to this as well. The next one is position yourself an advisor. So in Ask Guru, right, there'll be a section, sorry, in your AgentNet, there'll be a section after home, my listing, my bookings. Just before more, you have a tab called Ask Guru. So under Ask Guru, you're able to, Ask Guru is basically a place where you can respond to questions from interested property buyers or potentially sellers, as well as other agents. So answer will appear in the main PropertyGuru homepage. Will position yourself as an expert industry. So basically, your answers can be seen by the consumers or public and so on. So it's a good time for you to actually expose yourself, saying that, hey, you know what, I know this, I know that. So you're able to see how many views. For example, this was latest. It just took maybe a few days ago, and then you're able to see, oh, this is a question asked. So okay, I think I know this answer to this. Maybe I should reply. So for example, right, number 2, hi, I would like to sell my commercial property in Nantin. How can I advertise it? So please bear in mind, property owners cannot sell their property. That means we don't let owners to sell. They have to go to an agent. So don't worry that you think that someone is actually selling their property. No, they can't. So it has to go to an agent only. So let's say you would like to help this person, right? Especially when you see the 0 answer and no view. So maybe you want to take this opportunity, quickly message them and reply them. Then potentially they will actually get in touch with you. So you can browse the question by categories as well. For example, if you want to look property agents or legal advice and things, anything, you can actually go by categories, or you can actually browse by location. Let's say you are good in only Perlis or maybe Johor and things, you can actually narrow down the responses or questions asked through the particular location. So I'll just show you how it looks like. So for example, say I want to buy a house, I don't know how, please help me. So we have 19 times people has viewed this particular question, but we have 3 answers. So David Wong was kind enough and saying that, hey, I'm able to advise you on property buying process. I don't need to know your preferred location, blah, blah. Please contact me. This is my details. So this is a good sample as well. Like you put your RAN number and then your license number, whichever is it, your mobile number. So the person who posts this will be able to get in touch with you. So don't be shy away. Please make sure you utilize this. Show that you're an expert in this particular area, that you know this and know that. And also, in my opinion, right, Wanted Leads and Ask Guru, it's a very, very good place, especially for new agents as well. So when you're trying to build their customer database, you want to try to build their relationship, they should be utilizing this in order to get more listing, get to know more people, because consumer might recommend to someone else. So this is a opportunity, a door for new agents to actually heavily look at it as well. I know that some agents, one of the very experienced agents, has been in the industry for 35 years, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, oh Google, please don't show me this. I can't even answer questions. I have phone calls every single day. So those are the people that has been established. So he was like, no, I don't need this. So, but this is really useful for a lot of agents out there. So please make it. Quick question. So, can an agent post an inquiry in Ask Guru? Can an agent post an inquiry in Ask Guru? Okay. The answer is yes and no. So it's kind of mixed, because as you see, like I go back a bit, right? So Ask Guru, like I say, you can respond to you can respond questions interested from property buyers and sellers, as well as other agents. So basically, you can even answer the agents in the answer itself. So basically, it's a yes and no kind of thing. So you're able to get a lot of opportunities from there. And then final one is your agent profile. So I realized during these moments or during my trainings, a lot of agents, they come and then they're really good at post a listing, they're posting listing and so on. But what they forget to look at is cleaning up their own profile. They could probably potentially maybe been at PropertyGuru for 5 years or 3 years, and then they realized that the profile that they updated was the first time they actually update their profile. So basically it's not updated, right? It is important to have a proper update. I'm going to give you a non real estate example here, so it's easier to absorb. Let's assume you're going to buy a mouse in Lazada. So you like this mouse, you see the pictures. Okay, the picture looks good. This is what I wanted. The price is not bad. And the next thing usually you will do is we look at the seller. We look at the feedbacks from other buyers. Hey, late postage, or very good, wrapped nicely, and nothing like that. So then you will decide to actually, okay, you know what? The seller is legit, right? So let's just move forward with this person. But let's assume that there's nothing about the seller, even though he's a very professional, he's new and things, but he didn't write anything about himself. So you kind of, as a consumer or property seeker, right? You tend to take a step back and will be thinking, okay, why is there nothing about this particular person? They didn't write anything about themselves or where they're located or anything like that. So can I trust them? Should I contact them? So this kind of question might appear. So please, take your time while having your coffee or so on, switch on your laptop, look at your profile and see how is your profile looking at. Because if you are standard, advanced or premium, consumers able to find your name through the search box, right? Find it. For example, you can key in my full name, Kugashini, and then you're able to see my profile. So if you are actually a standard advanced premium, you have this capacity. So for example, let's say you sell a house to Mr. Tan, for example, and Mr. Tan probably potentially might recommend to someone else, Mrs. Wong or anything. So she probably, don't have your contact. They might actually look up for your name and then see your listings, what listings are available. So, it's very good for you to keep your profile updated. Okay, your PropertyGuru profile is public to all property seekers. It contains your professional expertise, your person's description, what property seekers are looking is to work with trustworthy agent, and this is the first step establishing your personal brand. Now click on your name on the right corner and you need to just click edit account, which is this. So you just click on your name and then you click on public profile, and then you'll see this little box here. You're able to key in a brief summary about yourself. Don't write too much as well. You don't need to write too much. So what usually we will recommend is, what is your unique brand proposition? Establish unique value proposition. Maybe it could be your within your pre-existing knowledge, skills, experience, or even relationships. Look up in your resume, your life experience, your educational background. So for example, say, hey, being raised in this community gives me a local expertise and a wide network of potential home buyers and sellers. So a lot of people say that, Ayo, Kuga, but I'm new, I just joined, so I don't even know what to say. Not necessarily you need to have an experience to write. You just need to say, hey, what have you been doing? I used to work as a trainer in PropertyGuru, or maybe not PropertyGuru. I used to work trainer as in this company ABC, but my real goal, or my would say interest, is under real estate. I would love to find the dream house for you, because that is something I'm passionate about, and I'm good at managing and things. So you just need to write. Eventually, when you have testimonials, you can write down the testimonials. Testimonials is good, right? So 92% of consumers read online reviews. Like I say, if you want to buy something online, potentially you look at the reviews and so on. But if you're new agents, obviously you can't write any testimonials, right? So do collect the testimonials from satisfied customers. The time goes, and slowly every time you can update it. And of course, if you have success story, I'm sorry, let me just go back. So if you have success story, you can add up your credibility. It will look new to industry, and you can even write some success story, especially if you're new. You managed to close your deal within, let's say, 2 weeks, then you can actually write your success story as well. So you can look for my name. I have 2 samples there, A and B, so you can just have a look and probably have some inspired from that maybe. Okay, let me look at the chat box if there's any comments. No questions. So I have a question for you. This is an introduction for an agent. So who do you think did better? Is it A or is it B? I'll give you about 10 seconds to answer in the chat box. All right. Yeah. So it is A. As you can see, right? B just put a one-liner there. Owners are welcome to provide listing for sale and rent. We already have prospects for all area. Honestly, it's just like very bare, like all area. It's kind of like difficult to trust, right? Because we want much more sincere or more in-depth, like real introduction for yourself. So on the A side, you can see here, I'm Christopher Lee, I'm property negotiator from this Iskandar Johor, and this is what I'm focusing, putting my extra effort, this is what I like. And so it's very nice to see. So please, if you haven't done it, please go and update it. If you already done it, then thumbs up for you. Okay, so we have few, I would say, features, right, for this. We call it like a featured agent kind of thing. So specialist, we call it specialist. So we have one of it we call Condo Specialist. Condo Specialist, we only have 3 Condo Specialist X slots available for a specific condo at a given time. Okay, we call it featured Condo Specialist. So each condo will have 3 specialists, right? So the 4 Condo Specialist slots under the featured directory, which I showed you earlier, all right, or maybe I'll show you again after this, they will have 4 slots there. Okay, so it's randomly updated every time someone refreshes that. So for example, if I have a Rizwan condominium, so I will have 3 slots for Condo Specialist in that condo, and then you able to have your profile, your number, and so on. So the Condo Specialist slots featured, right? In the homepage, which I'll show you later, that one will be randomly selected. And what's the best? Okay, why do you should consider this Condo Specialist, right? It's a personal branding for you. So especially if it's a new launch or new condo and you have lots of unit in that particular place, like in Old Plan Road, and then you're looking to sell a lot of units. So you actually can have or can actually buy this feature so that wherever someone's looking at this particular condo, your face will appear there. So they'll be like, hey, you know what, maybe this person is expert in this area. Let me just contact you. And one of your listing will appear there. So your agent profile, your contact details will be featured on your project details pages on relevant searches, captures potential attention of buyers or seller. Also, have your profile be one of the, let's say, 3, right? So you can have be one of it. So minimum purchase to this is 1 month. If I'm not mistaken, it's about 160 ringgit, including SSD or excluding. So you can check that with your agent. So this is quite, I would say, to make you stand out better than the crowd. So you will have the tags of featured as well, okay, and appear in the listings page. So will appear before other listings. So it's kind of like making sure that you're always on top as well. Next, you have area specialists also. So district and area specialists are unique branding opportunities also to demonstrate to buyers, owners, or even agents who are looking to co-broke that you are uniquely knowledge to the location. So for example, you're in and out, you know about the Skudai area, you know a lot of people, you're kind of well known maybe there, or you have a lot of listings there. You can actually decide to consider this also. It's like, okay, you will see your avatar and then limited to 5 slots per area. So per area, we only cater 5 slots. So, and similar to the condo, minimum purchase is 1 month. The pricing for this is slightly different depending on the hot area and then regular area. I think the pricing is about starts from 160 to 230 to 250. So it really depends on the hot and cold area. Slots are sold on a first come first basis. So for example, if this five slots is taken for next 2-3 weeks, or next 1 month of course, and then you might need to be in the queue. So once the slots is available, the account manager will call you and say, you know what, hey, the slots available, are you interested? And then like, okay, let's do this, and then you can do it. So I know there are some agents actually book the slot up to 6 months or even a year. So maximum, I think you can go up to 12 months if I'm not mistaken. So you might want to consider that as well to appear as the, I would say, specialist, right, in a particular area or particular condo, to show that you know that you are the expert in the industry or in the area. Before we move on to the next slide, can I see if there's any questions? Yes, that's right. So area is 5 slots, and then yes, correct. So agent directory is the first one that I showed you. Where, let me just go back track. Okay, so under find agents, yes, you will able to see all the by condo, and then you'll see the area and things. So they can even randomly will pick there every four slots, I think. So you have that there as well. Next slide. So actually we come the end of the training session already. Just before we end the session, I'm sending you a link. So just spare me about 20 seconds or lesser than that to just quickly answer the question. And also I'm going to share with you 3 more slides just before we end the session. So during these pandemic moments, we are actually, our management is very kind to actually come up with some initiative for the agent partners. So if you are if you're not sure of this or you have no idea, please contact your respective account manager. But I'm sure all these messages has reached to everyone. If you actually haven't attended the property advisor training, I will be uploading the training video in our YouTube. So you're able to look at it and then learn how to actually generate reports, understanding the report and how to read the report and so on. And also for renewing agents, we have 60 days extension, zero top up. And if we have new agents, maybe family friends or even your friends who are actually looking to have an account in PropertyGuru, any agents, I think this is an awesome package. You have a 40% price reduction. So please go and utilize it, I would say. Okay. And then we have agent news. We have fresh agent news almost weekly basis. You can look at it. It's very short but impactful, full of insights, tips, features. So you can actually go and refresh your mind and get to know some tips. What to do during this, especially this moment, these hard times, that you can make it much more easier, right? So that when we are already ready to go to the, once the lockdown is over, maybe slightly, I'm sure you guys will be much more busy. So let's use this time to do the things that we usually cannot do during our normal working days. Now that we're at home, we can actually backtrack, look at our profile, clean up the things that usually we tend to overlook. And finally, we have our special edition webinar series, right? So this is one of them, and we have few others coming up in line for this month and month of June and July as well, potentially. So do visit our academy now and then. If you're interested in any trainings, please do sign up and hopefully be able to meet in person once the COVID pandemic is over. If not, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate your time and your effort to be here. I will be online for a few more minutes to answer your questions. Otherwise, thank you, stay safe and keep sanitizing, and all the best. Thank you.